Hello, everybody.
Mr. Weishman, you are here today for whom?
Joshua Marsh, Your Honor. He's behind me.
Thank you. We are on the record in 2022 TR 3421, State of Kansas versus Joshua Kane Marsh. Please announce appearances.
Jared Regier on behalf of the state.
Good morning, Your Honor. Rocky Weichman on behalf of Joshua Marsh.
Thank you. And Mr. Marsh is here. His charges were speeding 82 and a 65 and driving while suspended after second or subsequent conviction dating back to November 14th of 2022. Looks like we had a misdemeanor control date April 8th of this year, and we set it over. The defendant was going to try to resolve some driver's license issues.
Yep.
How did that work out, counsel?
We're still working on it. We should have an answer by June 13th, Your Honor. If I could have one more control date, I will get with Mr. Gear and see if we can work out a deal. I'm in an argument with the Kansas Department of Revenue about some issues relating to his restricted license. He should have a restricted, in my opinion, but he doesn't. So I've got an argument with them, but I'm going to get a lot figured out on June 12th. And so we'll should have an answer by June 13th. If I could have one more control date, that would be great. If not, Judge, I understand the delay. The court's concerned about that. And if you need to set it for a trial date, that's fine too. But
thank you. Mr. Regier, your response?
Your Honor, what I can say is the state is eager to reach a resolution in this matter. It would appear the summons that was originally issued in this case appears to include an appearance date of January 18th, 2023, so more than a year ago. And the ticket in this matter would appear to include an alleged citation of date of October 14th of 2022. So I think I will respectfully defer to the court under those circumstances, but the state is quite eager to reach a resolution in this matter given the age of this case.
Thank you. Sounds like Mr. Weishman is trying to do quite the service for his client. As you know, Mr. Weishman, I normally don't like to keep continuing these, but if you're that close, and you think that there was something either about the record at the time or the record now that can be corrected, then I will grant this one more continuance. So it needs to be sometime after June 13th, and I'm sure the clerk will say that will not be a problem with my crowded docket. So Jen, what do you suggest?
I show July 22nd.
How about that, Mr. Weishman?
well, I'm on a family vacation at Grand Lake the 21st through the 28th. So
Well,
I could
that's
have the next court date after that.
okay. Those rests are important with this kind of work, as in any kind. So Jen, you want to try again?
I have an opening on July 15th.
Will that work for you, counsel?
Yes, ma'am.
July 15th at 9 a.m. So Mr. Marsh, stay in touch with your attorney and follow his directions, and be back here as a condition of your bond added July 15th at 9 a.m.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're all welcome, and we are in recess. Well, let me see. We also have pro se, I believe, Jonathan David Allen Smith. Are you here, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. We'll call your case next. You do not have counsel, as the record shows. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Very well. We are on the record in 2023 TR 1471, State of Kansas versus Jonathan David Allen Smith. Jared Regier for the state. Mr. Smith appearing in person, in custody, and pro se. On the April 8th, 24 misdemeanor control docket, the defendant appeared late and was given the wrong Zoom code. State requested this be set over to June 3rd with the defendant appearing in person. Why, sir, did you not appear in person?
I had messed it up. I thought it was the 8th. I didn't realize it was today until 5 minutes before it started.
How did you find out 5 minutes before it started that it was today?
I'm glad that my mother had gotten it correct because I did not.
How old are you?
I am 21.
All right. You asked for a court-appointed attorney at the April 8th hearing, but that attorney was denied, and the motion for judgment on bond was withdrawn, your 1,000 cash as surety reinstated. That was after you'd failed to appear July 12th of 23 and November 8th of 23. So you had 3 failures to appear. All right, so here we are today on this motion. You have not filed any new motions for judgment on bond, counsel. It looks like maybe you have, but like May 7th, B&K bonding, Jeff Wyden was held by certification by Christina Batson on May 7th, 24. Mr. Regier, what is the state's position on this motion for judgment filed May 7? It looks like you may have already withdrawn it orally.
Your Honor, if I may have leave the court to review my files for approximately 30 seconds.
Yes, if you would, please. Clerk Jen, are you seeing any notes from a June?
Your Honor,
Strike that. Yes, Mr. Regier?
Your Honor, upon further review of the file, it would appear that an affidavit of service by certified mail was filed with the court on May 7th. As attached to that same does appear to be a copy of a motion for judgment on bond with a notice of hearing for April 8th of 2024 at 9 a.m. In reviewing my notes from that same hearing date, it would appear that the state had withdrawn the motion for judgment on bond on or about the same time.
All right, so the motion has been withdrawn, and if that has not been journalized, I trust it will be. Mr. Smith, how do you want to proceed then on your driving while suspended charge in count 1 and not displaying proper registration in count 2, dating back to February 18th, 2023, over a year ago? Do you want to continue a not guilty plea and set this for trial? Do you want to plead guilty admitting the charges and proceed with sentencing? Or do you want to plead no contest, neither admitting nor denying the charges, but still giving up your right to trial and most likely being found guilty today?
I would like to go with and put it off for trial.
Do you want to set this for trial?
Yeah,
Very well. Now you asked for a court-appointed attorney and it was denied, apparently based on your income. So are you going to hire an attorney or represent yourself?
I am going to hire an attorney. I started trying to contact some to get some quotes.
But you haven't found any yet that you've retained or hired?
No, not that I've retained.
All right, so can we have a bench trial for this, please, clerk?
July 31st.
You'll need to be back here, and this time when I say in person, you better be here in person.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, at the
Give me
courthouse.
just a second. Let me write that down now.
And take your hat off as a sign of respect to the judicial system, please. Thank you. Mr.
Sorry,
Roderick,
have it. I'm standing up.
Mr. Roderick, I don't know if you have your hat on or if that's just your picture. So I'll let you be okay, thank you. That was just your picture. That's fine. Sort of fine.
All right, yep.
Let me know when you're ready to write it down, Mr. Smith.
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
So
Jim,
that
did
was
you say
July.
that? You said July 25th, is that right? Because I didn't write it down myself.
July 31st.
31st. See, that's why we have to write these down. And even sometimes when we write them down, we don't get them right. But July 31st at 1:30, sir. You need to be back here July 31st at 1:30.
1:30.
Yes, and you must be ready for trial with your attorney if you're going to have one. That is a condition of your bond. And you must be present at the courthouse.
Yes, ma'am.
You better tell your mom if she's the one that keeps your calendar. All right. Anything further, Mr. Regier?
Your Honor, upon further review of the notes from the April 8th hearing date, it would appear the court did enter certain orders about the defendant appearing at the Sally Court. Is the court reserving that particular issue at this time?
I will reserve the ruling of whether to find the defendant in contempt or not, because it is contempt when you fail to keep a court's order, and contempt can be addressed by the consequences of jail or fine. But if the clerk will make a note that the contempt of court for failure to appear at the courthouse on this date will be reconsidered at that time and settled. Thank you, Mr. Regier. Anything further?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Mr. Smith, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, I do want to impress on you at 21 years of age that it is very important that not only do you follow the laws in the community and in the country, but But you also, if you find yourself in court, follow the rules of the court as well. And that's why I'm setting over the contempt issue. So you may go, sir.
Have a nice day, Your Honor.
Thank you. You as well.
CWAP.
All right.